So I just kind of want to talk about this, and there was a person that walked from Kilkenny, I think it was Kilkenny or Kildare. I think I might be saying Kilkenny. He's Luke O'Connor, I think it was the name of the person. Luke. His first name was Luke. I might be a bit wrong with his second name, just at the top of my head. I do follow him on Twitter, and I just want to say fair play to him. He went and proved the point. He walked all the way from Kilkenny up through Kingscourt and Cavan. He stopped off in Kingscourt and Cavan. All the way to Amar, I think it was Amar. Yeah. Again, trying to remember at the top of my head of everything everywhere he went. But yeah, just want to say fair play to him. He did. That was a lot of walking, so fair play to him. And he got his pints at the end of the day, and it's a terror. Apparently, one side of the country it's safe to go in and have a pint. In Northern Ireland, but apparently in the Republic, we have to wait a few more weeks. It's COVID's there. It randomly turns up in the bar in the Republic of Ireland and doesn't turn up in Northern Ireland. Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It should be the same time. It should be open at the moment as we speak. When Northern Ireland was open in the pubs, it should be the same here. But apparently Neffert doesn't like the pubs. They don't think it's fancy enough. But again, who's Neffert? Who elected them? Say who? I wouldn't mind if they were voted in by members of the Oireachtas. At least then we could blame them. But who said these people could be on Neffert? And if you ask me, they have too much power. But again, that's a conspiracy theorist, as they say. As RT often says. But here, look at it. I want to talk about the new pub restrictions. So as I was saying the other year, was bureaucracy gone mad looking for people's information, phone numbers, and still they're going to be looking for your phone numbers and your address and where you come from and everything like that. When you're ordering stuff and things like that, or you're going into a bar, and to have your phone number and everything for contact trace. This is going to be the charade that's going on at the moment, and it did go on. And obviously you could only stay for so long, and that's still in it's 1 hour and 5 minutes. It's 105 minutes, so it's 60. Basically an hour and 5 minutes. I think as far as I'm aware, hasn't changed. But they used to have to take down what you ordered. Like take for example, you ordered fish and chips. It had to be over €10. Apparently, if you didn't pay over €10 or something like that, it was COVID randomly turned up. I wasn't very pleased with people that didn't pay enough money. You have to laugh. Like you couldn't laugh. You can only laugh and cry at the same time. It's mad. It's totally madness how these people still doing this and have so much power and everything over these publicans and over the pubs and everything. And they're only allowing a few people inside. It's have to be outside. Sorry, let me tell you, it's have to be outside. In Northern Ireland, I think you can go into the pubs. But again, we are seeing this over and over again in the rural villages and the rural towns. Pubs are really just out of fashion now and they're gone. We notice that there's a lot less pubs than there used to be ever in this country. And especially now when we come back, when the pubs do come back, there's going to be very, very little pubs left. Especially only the ones that are big industries or whatever, big, huge amount of, like there's pubs that have huge franchises and things like that in Dublin. But rural pubs in small towns, will not open again. Many of them won't open again, because a year on without having any income coming in, and having to pay staff and still having to pay your bills and still having to pay bills still will come. It's not easy. It's not easy, and I'm sure people would agree with it. And especially before that, they weren't making much money. And especially now, they probably won't be making much money because government and effort will probably put so much propaganda on RT and everything like that, saying COVID will be there in the pubs if you go, and even though you're vaccinated and things like that, the COVID will still come into the pubs, and it's going to kill the whole lot of us, and that's what RT is going to run with, and then everybody will go to the pubs. But again, I think people have gotten very RT's someone to talk about COVID restrictions and how there are some crowd to be talking about what you should be doing. Remember RT Gate when they all had a big party and it's often regular I hear on RT. And these are the people we have dictated to us what we shouldn't be and what we should not be doing. It's a great country, don't you know? It's just a great country. There's not much else you could say. But again, I said to people, it's enough is enough. Well, at the end of the day, enough is enough, and that's just putting it straight. Thank you for watching. Take care, everybody, and bye safe out there. Bye.